First Alert forecast from 15 News.
Well, don't go putting away your winter gear just yet. We are expecting some of the white stuff to move back in about 24 hours and lasting through early Thursday. We've issued that first alert day for the potential of some slick travel early Thursday morning. Still think a general 1 to 2 inches of slushy accumulation will be likely for most locations. I also think there will be a narrow but heavier band of snow that develops that could push some localized areas a little closer to 4 inches. Now, this is going to be the tricky part of the forecast because it's going to be a very, very narrow band that sets up. And quite frankly, we just don't know where that's going to be at this point in time. So I can't really show you a map of that. We're going to have to wait until some of the data comes in later tonight and tomorrow and the system begins to actually move in our direction. Here's what I can tell you. Sometime after sunset tomorrow, we will get into that wintry mix. We're not anticipating any problems tomorrow night. The ground will be more wet than anything. After midnight, we get into the heavy burst of snow. That'll take us right into the morning commute where it will then quickly taper off by mid-morning, and by midday we should be okay, not only in terms of the snow but in terms of the roadways already beginning to clear up. So there will be some slushy slick spots, it looks like, Thursday morning. 1 to 2 inches for most, although there will be a heavier band of snow that does set up somewhere. We have high confidence in the timing. We have high confidence in this being a wintry mix, turning over to that heavy burst of snow Thursday morning, where we're still kind of ironing things out. Again, where that higher total, that heavier band may set up. As mentioned, it's hard to pinpoint in advance and very, very localized, but we will be keeping a close eye on where that develops as we head into Thursday. Right now, 29 degrees in Madison. Take 10 from that. That's the dew point at 19. It's a dry evening out there. Winds are out of the southeast at 3 miles an hour. Temperatures upper 20s to low 30s right now, right at 30 in Janesville as well as Baraboo. It's 26 for you in Beaver Dam. We are looking at slightly cooler air off to the north. That's going to move in tonight, but it quickly retreats back to the north tomorrow out ahead of that next disturbance, and that should push us into the mid 40s for your Valentine's Day. And if all goes as planned, we will actually see a little sunshine early tomorrow morning, but it won't last long. By mid to late morning, clouds beginning to move back in, and I think by the afternoon and evening we're back to mainly cloudy skies. I don't think the precip moves in until after sunset, so we're okay tomorrow evening if you have dinner plans. Then we get into that wintry mix. By midnight, we're going into that wintry mix to heavy snow potential through a process called dynamically cooling. That heavy rain switches over to heavy snow. That's where we'll get much of that accumulation. You see that transition 1, 2, 3 a.m. and then starts to push out through the morning commute. And by midday, we are looking to be in a much better situation. 25 tonight, partly cloudy as we head into tomorrow. 45, increasing clouds. The first alert day Wednesday night into Thursday. 35, so already melting some of that snow by the afternoon. And then a little colder, a reminder that it's still winter for Friday and Saturday. Highs into the 20s and some sunshine through your President's Day weekend.
I haven't seen winter temperatures.
I know,
in a long time.
it's incredible. It's going to feel cold out there.
And now your First Alert forecast from 15 News.
All right, if you've been following us all week long, you knew snow was heading our direction. We gave you that first alert back on Monday, and that first alert day will be in place tonight through tomorrow morning. Plan accordingly. We have not had any kind of wintry weather since late January. In fact, you have to go back to January 23rd when the Madison area picked up 1.1 inches of snow. That's likely going to change tonight. Right now, we have that wintry mix moving in. After midnight, that rain, that snow will switch over to a heavy wet snow, and that's going to pile up in many locations, meaning slick spots are likely, snow-covered roadways are possible, just in time for that morning commute. So be prepared. I know we haven't had a lot of wintry weather so far. In fact, this will be the first snow we've had in the month of February to date. So it's going to be a rough go early tomorrow morning. How much snow are we expecting? Well, again, I haven't changed the forecast a whole lot, even after looking at the evening data. I'm still pretty confident in this forecast. We're not expecting much near the state line, more of a wintry mix. An inch or so by the time you get into northern Rock, Greene, Lafayette County. Here in Madison, probably 2 to 4 inches, but it's going to be a close call because just north of Madison, we are going to have this locally heavier band of snow, and this is kind of the wild card. Where this sets up and it's not going to be for everyone. I'm going to make that perfectly clear. There will be some localized areas that see perhaps in excess of 5 inches of snow. This is kind of a wait and see situation as things develop tonight, but this is my current thinking. Remember, this could shift a little bit to the north and south, so as things start to move in later tonight, this may be just a couple miles north or south of where it is now. Regardless, there's going to be a sharp cutoff in totals, and down near the state line, there's not expected to be much at all. So we'll keep an eye on it, as should you. Keep an eye on the First Alert weather app if you have it. You got the new data and my current thinking just about an hour ago. I sent that out. Of course, tomorrow morning we will have meteorologist Kevin Corvo in on the morning show with the very latest. 39 degrees in Madison right now, winds out of the south at 8. The dew point's at 25, so as that dew point comes up and the temperature comes down, we will saturate, and that's going to put us closer to the freezing mark and allow that snow to transition over. 41 degrees still in Janesville. It's 38 in Beaver Dam. Sky Tracker HD showing mainly rain right now, but starting to get a little wintry mix to kind of sneak in as well. Again, after midnight tonight, that's when the transition will happen just about area wide. It will become heavy snow through 2, 3, 4 a.m. That's the bright white and blue you see. And then it tapers down through the morning commute. I really think by mid-morning it's out of here, and if all goes as planned, we may even see a little sunshine by tomorrow afternoon and evening, and a much improved situation on the roadways. 32 tonight. That wintry mix turns into heavy snow through the morning commute. Snow tapers early tomorrow, but then temperatures fall as gusty winds move in. 29 Friday, 28 on Saturday. Sunshine will carry us through the weekend and into President's Day itself. After this snow and the messy start tomorrow, Mark, it's going to be cold. Highs into the 20s. We haven't had those in about a month or so. So going to take some getting used to.
Got to dig out that warmer jacket again.
Yeah, everyone's like, maybe we should put it in the closet. Not yet. It's still February.
Yeah.